there again, everyone. Josie here, Life at 50 and Beyond. Thanks for joining me here on my channel. Today is a very special day because finally we're gonna get to collaborate with my fellow YouTubers, my friends who are also crafters, DIYers here on YouTube. And I've invited them all to join me here so that we can present to you DIY winter decor ideas. And the challenge is it should be $10 or less. So whatever we're doing, each project shouldn't cost more than $10. So it should be $10 or less. So some of us, like myself here, I have more than just one DIY in my video. So for each of them, I didn't spend more than $10. Actually, I probably under budgeted a lot on all of them. So I didn't even probably reach $5 on some of them. So hopefully you will get some good ideas here. You have a lot to watch today. So to make it easier on all of you, we have a playlist in each of our videos description boxes. And you will just click on the playlist and that's all you need to do. You don't have to click on all of our channels in order for you to watch our videos. So it's easier. But if you can just do me a favor, make sure that you give my fellow YouTubers, my co-collaborators here some love. When you watch their videos, make sure you leave them some comments and also subscribe if you haven't subscribed already. So just make sure to also watch each and every one of them. I am overwhelmed with so much excitement and happiness because I am so glad that my friends decided that, hey, yeah, let's do this. You know, they didn't even hesitate and they said yes to my invitation, even with their busy schedule. So I want to thank you all, guys. I am so touched. I feel that, you know, I really found some great friends here on YouTube. I really love you all. And okay, so that's it. Enjoy this video. Oh, by the way, you will see my projects with this theme here. That's why I wore this and I bought this at Dollar Tree. Take care, everyone. I'll talk to you again later. For the first DIY, you will need one thankful buffalo check sign from Dollar Tree, 3 wooden pine trees from Target Dollar Spot, and your paintbrush and an acrylic paint, preferably white. So I'm just going to be putting 2 coats of paint on top of this thankful sign to cover it. While I let the first coat of paint dries on my thankful sign, I'm also going to be painting one side of this wooden tree ornament. So all 3 of them I will be painting. Probably a couple of coats will do. Next, I'll be painting the sides of the ornament trees. Currently, they're in gold and glittered. If you prefer that look, go ahead and leave them. But I would rather have it painted white as well. So feel free to just paint over them. Some people would sand the glitter, but I like the texture. It looks like snowflakes. So I'll be doing that on all 3 of them. Next, I found these music prints online, and these are free printables. I don't have the link to it, but you can definitely search online. Just type in winter songs. I found this sheet because I like that the background is pure white. I like it stark white so that it will really blend well with the theme I'm going for here, which is the black and white. So what I'm going to do is trace this, and then I will be cutting it to the shape of the tree where I traced it, and then I am going to be decoupaging it at the back of this tree. So the front will be white and the back would be the music notes. After I decoupage each tree, I made sure that there are no excess that will show on the opposite side or the back side. So I'm trimming any excess paper. So this is how they should look like. Now I'm going to flip them over, and then I'm going to be working on the side that I painted in white. And to cover the holes, I'm going to be using these 3 silver berries that I have on my stash. It was a leftover from previous year's project, and I'm just going to be hot gluing them on the top to cover those holes. Then I am just touching up and giving another coat of paint on the sides, and then I'm making sure also that I have a little bit of the paint to kind of overlap, or it goes on to the other side, you know, where the paper meets the wood. That way it will look like snow covered paper in a way. So just the edges to give it a finished look. Next, I'm hot gluing the bottom of each tree on top of my buffalo check wooden sign. And then I'm using my permanent marker to give a little bit of details on the edge or sides of this tree. I'm doing that on both sides, the white side and the one with the printed music sheet. And voila, this is the finished project. I like how clean, how minimalistic the front is, even the back, and you can use both sides. So this is another type of project that I like when it's reversible. For my next DIY, I'll be using this plastic cutting board from Dollar Tree, and then there are 2 choices here. Of course, I'm going to be choosing the one on the left, the buffalo check. I got this last year at Target Dollar Spot for $1, and Dollar Tree sells different types of contact paper, so I'm just showing you here that if you cannot avail yourself of an inexpensive gift wrapping paper, you can use one of their contact papers. I'm also going to be using this Garland ties that I got at Dollar Tree. I'm also going to be using this Mod Podge. So first, I'm going to be cutting the paper that will fit inside this demarcation here. So here, I am just going to be kind of tracing using my fingernails to trace the indentation that this cutting board has, and then I will cut the paper to size. And then I will be attaching it to the paddle board or this cutting board with the Mod Podge. So I'm going to be decoupaging this as well. So I'm just going to be using one of the Garland ties to create this. So I just formed it into a small wreath, and this is just the perfect size. But since it looks a little plain, I am going to go ahead and embellish the wreath with my Dollar Tree twine. So if you don't have anything on hand, you can purchase 3 in a pack for $1 Dollar Tree. So you're still within budget, and then you can use that. So I just kind of crisscross my twine so that it'll give it a little bit more interest, and then that's it. I'm going to be placing a tag at the center, and I purchased this set from Walmart for $1.98. So there are 5 wooden tags here. So I'm going to be choosing Let It Snow. So I'm just hot gluing the back of my wreath onto the front of my cutting board that's now covered with this buffalo check gift wrapping paper. And then I'm just going to hot glue the Let It Snow tag in diagonal at the center of this wreath. And here it is. I love how simple this is, and this will work even in a small space, especially if you are in a tiny apartment or house and in the dorm. For my next DIY, I'll be using this black wired basket that I got at Dollar Tree. I'm also going to be using this wired garland ties that I also got at Dollar Tree, and then one of these wooden tags that I got at Walmart, and these are the leftover from the other project, and then the buffalo checks ribbon, and I bought this last year on clearance for I think $2.50. I think it's at Hobby Lobby or Michael's where I bought it from. And then I got this bunch of white roses from the Dollar Tree. Now, if you cannot find the buffalo checks ribbons, you can also use those scarves that they sell at Dollar Tree that are in buffalo checks, or you can use any of their ribbons. You're also going to be using the Oasis. I have this. You can see there's so many holes, and I've just been reusing them, but I think the Dollar Tree also sells them for, if not $1 a piece, I think they're like $1 for a couple of them. I cut one of the Oasis in half so that they will fit snugly, and then I'm just going to be inserting my wired garland ties. So I'm just going to be folding them in half so that they become kind of like two pieces, and then I'm just placing them so that I will create kind of like a backdrop or fillers for the roses. And then I'm going to be adding the white roses, making sure that they are in the spots that will fill in the void and that they are also spread out evenly. Then I'm going to be cutting a yard of my buffalo checks ribbon, and then I am going to be tying it, wrapping it around my basket, and then I'm just going to create a single tie or knot on the front to make it look like a bow. And then I'm just going to create a dovetail here just to make it look more interesting. Season's Greetings tag, and then I'm going to be hot gluing it at the center right above where I created the knot, like so. And here is the finished project. I love how simple this flower arrangement is. You can keep this all throughout the season, this winter time. Love it. For my fourth and final DIY, I will be using this LED candle that I got at Dollar Tree. And also I have printed this from Google search. So I just Googled winter scene and I picked out this design. Actually, this footage was from last year's DIY, but I made two of this. One was a giveaway and somebody got it. I sent it to the winner. And then the second piece that I created on the same day, I'm using it here at the final end product. But this is how the process goes. I trimmed to size the printout. The reason why I had a couple of printouts here, it's because the size of the paper is not wide enough to cover the whole LED candle. So what I've done is I printed twice, and then I cut the area where I can connect them, as you can see here, kind of seamlessly, because the trees look like they are kind of multiple or different trees, but I just kind of overlap them. But you could probably adjust the size, but the image would be a little bit more grainy if I make it larger, so that's the reason why I just printed this twice. So I'm just using my Mod Podge to attach it to my candle, and then I am applying more Mod Podge on the top once I've done wrapping it around. So this is where I kind of connect the trees, And it looks like just part of the forest here, or the scenery, that there are multiple trees next to each other. And then I just trimmed it here. I'm just trimming the edges to make it look clean. Just following the shape of the top there of the candle. And then I'm also using a needle and I'm poking a hole, so as much as possible I try to release the air bubbles that got trapped there underneath the paper. And then once I'm done doing that, I am applying Mod Podge again to seal the paper. And before the Mod Podge dries, I am sprinkling with some glitter to make them look like snow or ice. And then once the light is turned on, you can see that the glitters are kind of glistening too. Now you can just use the candle as is. You can just use it and display it because it's already decorative, but I decided to use this glass vase that they sell at Dollar Tree. I chose the one that's like 7.5 inches tall, I think is the size. And look at this, when I turned off the light in the room, you can see how beautiful it is. I think the glass kind of doubles up the brightness because it kind of bounces and reflects the light. But look at the glistening glitters that I have added to make it look really magical. So since this looks like a little bit plain, I am going to be adding some twines. I'll just wind them around the top of my glass, and then I will just create a simple bow. You can tie it like when you're tying your shoelace. And here is the final look of this project. Adding that twine on the top finishes it off, makes it more rustic or farmhouse style. So I hope you enjoyed this video, everyone. If you did, please give it a thumbs up. Please share to anyone who may be interested in doing these types of DIYs. Click on the playlist in the description box below so that you can watch the other videos included in the playlist with my other friends here who have participated in this collaboration. I want to thank you all for joining us and for supporting this collaboration. Again, thank you to my fellow YouTuber friends who are here and joining us on this collaboration. Take care, everyone. I'll talk to you again on my next video. Bye-bye.